Why do you call yourself a Reverend Nthumbi?
I've been ordained as a reverend.
Are you an ordained? At times you call yourself a bishop. Are you Reverend Bishop?
I've never referred to myself as a bishop, and I'm ordained reverend through the ordainment of through the ordainment of Bishop Eric Mwangi, Newbridge City Chapel.
Did you attend theology class?
Essentially, I'm a theologian.
Did you attend theology? Do you have a theology degree?
No. Through the chair, I don't have a theology degree.
You call yourself a security expert. What are your professional credentials to be a security expert?
I have served in the security field.
Do you have a degree in security studies?
Essentially,
I'm saying, do you have a degree in security studies?
No.
Do you have a security in military science?
I have certifications for the same.
Do you have a degree in military science?
I have not served in military. I have certifications of the same within my areas of professional background. So
again, you have not served in any military?
I have served in organizations that offer the services for the last 15 years.
Have you served in the military, Nthumbi? Are you an officer? Have you served in the military as an officer?
I have not served in the military as an officer, but I have done operations with militaries.
Nthumbi, I'm asking you questions. Don't ask yourself your own questions. You call yourself governance expert. Again, have you studied governance in the university?
No, I have not.
Have you studied law?
No, I have not.
What degree do you have, Reverend? Do you have a university degree?
Essentially, I have a certification from the security field.
No, I'm saying, do you have any university degree?
Once you understand the rankings within...
Reverend, I'm just
allow
asking
me to
you.
answer through the chair.
No. Do you have a university degree?
I have security certifications within my field.
Chairman, I'm just asking a simple question. Do you have a university degree? Anything?
Yeah, so that we can make progress.
No. Yeah. Do you have a university degree?
No, I don't.
You were contesting for what seat in the last elections?
Nairobi Senate seat.
Nairobi?
Nairobi Senator seat in 2017. 2017. No.
Not 20. I thought you contested. You didn't contest in 2022?
No, I did not contest in 2022.
Okay. What was your role in UDA in 2022 elections?
I don't belong to the party. I had no role in UDA.
Were you appearing on media throughout the election period?
Yes, I was.
So when you're appearing on one side, I mean in the media, were you supporting the election of Raila Odinga?
No, I was not.
Were you supporting the election of William Ruto?
Essentially, my role in the media was not as a support of the UDA candidate. Was, as I had said earlier, was to give, analysis within the political profile of the entire country. So I would commentate on issues that touch on Azimio, on UDA, and the rest of the other candidates.
Do you work, Reverend? Do you have a salary?
Yes, I have a security company, and therefore, that's where I get my revenue from.
Bombers and the NTC, is it one and the same place?
Bombers hosts the National Tallying Center.
So where were you seated all this period? You say you were basically at NTC for the entire duration of the elections.
Correct. Essentially, when I was giving my analysis, I was either some analyses were done internally inside the NTC, and some were done within where the media stations had put their stations for analysis.
How big is Bomas of Kenya?
I don't know the specific acreage,
It's big.
but the area that the whole of this operation was running is basically perhaps 50 meters by 50 meters. It was all condensed within the same place, other than where the parking was.
How many people were at the place NTC and Bomas? 50, 500, 5,000 at any given day?
At any given day, I believe perhaps the largest population that was there was perhaps on the 13th and the 15th, which did not max to more than 2,000. The rest of the days, as I was there, other than the plenary and the various parties that were having their agents on the floor, perhaps conclusively was round about 400 to 600.
So you used to go to Bomas from what time to and leave what time? What time would you arrive at the NTC?
I would arrive at the NTC at most of the times midday. Sometimes I would leave at 3 a.m., other times in the morning.
So when do you sleep?
There was hardly, well, I would, it's minimum hours of sleep.
For how many days? This is like from 8, 9 August to 16 August, 15 August?
I was involved in the training of election agents. So perhaps maybe for about 5 months I had minimal sleep. I was engaged across the country training election agents.
For Bomas for how long?
For Bomas, throughout the process I was there.
From which day to which day?
From, I believe, from the 9th to the 15th.
Okay. So 9 to 15, that's about 6 days. Basically, you without sleeping.
I did not sleep entirely.
Yeah, with not sufficient sleep.
Not sufficient.
Let me just ask, Reverend. So for these days, you aren't sleeping, you aren't basically having enough comfort of your home. You're able to see all these events. You see people entering the gate, you see people what's happening inside the NTC, you see what's happening on the screen. You want us to believe that?
As a security expert, I've done cross-border operations that I did not sleep for 14 days. Through my training, I'm conditioned not to make proper judgments. But essentially, at least every day, I used to have 6 hours of sleep because I'd leave in the morning and at least come by midday. So 6 hours of sleep is adequate sleep. Plus, there was a lot of food in Bomas, so replenishments and all that.
I don't want to cast aspersion on you, Reverend, but do you know the field of psychology?
Expound.
I mean, do you believe in your own alternative facts?
I wish I would produce my own facts, but something that is within the public purview. You can watch videos captured within all media stations. Other than the fact that even if I was blind, God forbid, essentially everybody else would say that they saw the commissioner present. Thank God I was there physically. And being an analyst, you're required to take record of all facts so that at least you can adduce them.
Do you know the meaning? Do you know the word omnipresent? You're a reverend, omnipresent.
Yes, but I don't have that capacity. Only God has.
But in your statement, what you've told us, you were at the gate seeing how many cars are coming in. You're seeing who was fighting in which place. You're seeing who was where. Do you want us to believe you, Reverend?
From my perspective, whoever went us through the walls is a thief. I used to use the gate all the time. And so whenever I'm entering, then I will have sight to the dealings and the pleadings at the entrances. Essentially, you would have to have, there are several levels of clearances. There was a security screening, essentially aspects of crime and counterterrorism. And then essentially they'll have to find whether you're on the list, whether you're on the invited list, or many of those things. So there were certain levels of clearances. So within the entrance, you'll spend perhaps a minimum of about 5 minutes to 10 minutes.
Where did you study, whether it's certification or anything, terrorism? Which college, which place, which country?
The organization that I used to work with used to give us studies through the UK.
Did you attend it UK or in Kenya? Where did you attend your training?
Kenya.
Where in Kenya? Is there a college in Kenya for terrorism training?
For?
Terrorism, anti-terrorism training in Kenya. Which one did you attend?
No, essentially it's through the UK, through the organization that I used to work with.
That's online classes?
Well, online and on-ground training. I've done several operations which are on record. I believe that together with DOD, UNSCF within the border, essentially cumulatively around about over 10 years of such operations, which are on record through the country.
Do you know the meaning of expert in law, Dennis?
A master
Have you read? Because I think you
a master of a subject.
Have you read the Evidence Act on who is an expert?
The first person who started the legal profession never went to any school.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying, have you studied what an expert is in the law?
Is a master of a field.
Your entire petition is runs from page 42 to 72 of volume 1. When you go to the allegations against Commissioner Irene Masit, for serious violation of the Constitution and the law, that's at page 65. Basically, you are making allegations against her that she was incentivized to alter the results. You say, where do you base that your evidence on that? Where's your evidence?
From the affidavit of the chairman, which was an affidavit adduced in court.
Okay, Supreme Court.
Yes.
You've gone again to gross misconduct. Again, basically, allegations are unlawful attempt to alter results, and of course, the other sequential grounds you are relying on. Again, it's the affidavit of Wafula Chebukati you're relying on. And then the issue of incompetence, again, the first ground, again, is agreeing to alter the results again. And again, I believe it's again based on the affidavit of Chebukati.
Well,
have you read the Supreme Court judgment?
Yes, and
no, have you read the Supreme Court judgment?
Yes, I have, and part of the Supreme Court judgment.
Reverend, have you read the Supreme Court judgment?
Yes. And I was referring you to a point in my petition.
No. I'm just asking the question.
Through the chair, yes.
Yeah, I don't need your answer. When the affidavits you're relying on, all of them, which are filed in the documents by the lead counsel, all these affidavits were filed in the Supreme Court. All these affidavits were filed in the Supreme Court. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. The Supreme Court was seized of all these affidavits when it made its judgment.
Correct.
When you filed your petition before the National Assembly, did you annex any documents? Did you annex these affidavits? I'm just asking, did you annex the affidavits before National Assembly?
Under Section 3K of the Petitions to Parliament Procedure
Reverend,
Act, number 2022-2012, the evidence was there, the prohibitions within the standing orders.
We'll deal with that in the submissions. Your lead counsel is
You're asking me a question.
Through
the chair, allow me to answer effectively.
No, it's the answer I want, not the answer you want to give me. Did you file documents in support of your petition?
Under Section 3K, the Procedure Act prohibits me from attaching letters, affidavits, or any other documents annexed to it.
Okay, because you think you know the law. Let me show you standing order number 2. Just getting my standing order for Parliament. Standing Order 230, 231B, 231B of the Standing Order. Just read it. B, read B. Just read B, read loudly.
230.
231B.
May contain affidavits or other documents annexed to it.
No, that's it. That's sufficient. May contain
affidavits or other documents annexed to it.
That's a petition. I was just showing you that. Just bring it back. Just finally, in your statement, which you filed, which is on your statement is from page 12 to 18 of the list of witness and witness statements, volume 1, the one dated 8th of December 2022. Your statement has 31 paragraphs.
Correct.
Show me one paragraph, just one paragraph, or even two, where you refer to Commissioner Masit by name. Sure.
The petition.
In the paragraphs 1 to 31, your statement. The allegations against Masit.
The petition. In the matter of the petition for the removal of
Dennis.
Irene Cherop Masit.
Dennis.
So
Dennis,
all
please.
those allegations and the 16 grounds are cited towards her.
I'm not disputing that, Dennis. I'm just asking you. In the statement, you're relying on the witness statement. You know you are making now allegations, 31 paragraphs of allegations. I'm just telling you, show me one paragraph in which you are specifying that this Ms. Commissioner Irene Masit did this, read the statement, or did this, or altered the results. I mean, you've made allegations. You've made 3 allegations against my client. So I want in your own witness statement, where now you are tying my client to the allegations you made.
As I said that the entire petition is towards her,
You've
but
asked
I'll
that my
give you a
client be
reference.
removed.
Allow me to give you a reference.
Dennis, you've asked that my client be removed.
For example, look at 28. In the 28A, it says that the 4 commissioners issued a statement at the Serena Hotel. When you look at the evidence provided and thereabout and what is in the public purview, she was amongst the 4. She was present
Dennis,
in the statement.
Peter is the lead counsel. He'll make submissions on that. What I'm just asking you is, where in this statement have you mentioned Commissioner Irene Masit in the statement? This is a criminal case against my client. You want my client to be found guilty of violating the Constitution, and I'm telling you, where is the specificity? Where are you mentioning my client played a part in altering elections or in doing whatever you're saying she did? It is your case.
And through the chair, I answered that the entire petition touches her specifically and names her explicitly. There is no other way that she can be able to be extracted from this. There are times that even when you look at the prayer in 31A, it mentions her explicitly, Irene Cherop Masit. I deem that that is the client that you're referring to.
Finally, Dennis, with tremendous respect, do you, as again, I asked if you have your alternative reality. So I'm asking you again with profound respect again, whether, I don't know, you've created your own world reality which is not supported by facts, by evidence. I mean, you basically, I don't know, suffer from illusion and the delusion. I don't know. I have no questions because Dennis, with tremendous respect.
I have explained through my petitions that I was there in person in all the dealings.
You call yourself
I saw
Dennis,
what I saw, and
you call
essentially
yourself a governance expert, you have no expertise. You call yourself a military expert, you have no expertise. You call yourself a terrorism expert, you have no expertise. You call yourself a reverend, you have no training, theology training. Do you know yourself, Dennis?
evidentially 16 years of high-level work within various fields is evidence. And I have been ordained. I have a certificate of ordainment. When you receive calling from the Lord, essentially, you're not with anybody there, that's Him. So you may want to disqualify me. I'm a simple man. I mean, I may not be as high and mighty as you are, but I'm a common man. But essentially, I have no other country to go to. I have to protect my country. Call me what you want to call me. But I want to be able to raise my children. I want to be able to love my wife. I want to be able just to do the simple things that I cannot be able to get a visa and protections to the United States or any other country. I have nowhere else to run. I only have this place. I mean, even if I was nothing, I was a pauper in the streets. Imagine I am nothing. Take everything away from me. But you can't take Kenya away from me. You can't take the peace that I want. So imagine just I'm a common citizen. But I was there in Bomas. I saw what I saw. And my petition is essentially pegged on the fact that my own existence in this country was threatened.
Mr. Chairman, I have no further questions. Just to say that Dennis Nthumbi is not worthy of the credibility to be a witness in this tribunal. I think at most, with tremendous respect, it's just for this tribunal to make its finding, this evidence not worth what's written on. I don't want to say, but I think it's just fraudster.
Mr. Chairman,
you said that. You want to say that? You what did you say, Council?
I'm saying
the last word?
In the finding, you say.
No. There's some.
Yeah. I'm saying
the last word you said that he's a
legal term fraudster. Because why I'm saying so, Chairman, with respect.
Excuse me. You can't say that about a witness.
No, what I'm saying.
You can't say that about a Kenyan. That's too strong a language for this tribunal.
But I'm giving you the foundation there, Chairman.
That
he calls him, all those expertise calls himself, and they are not true. What is that? The word is fraud. It's deception, which is a legal term. It's deception. Yeah, what I'm saying is call yourself a terrorism expert, no expertise. Governance expert. You can't call yourself a governance expert, no training. You can't call yourself he's called himself a...
You'll be based on his answers,
yeah.
You'll be asking us to make a finding.
Yes, what I was saying.
But you cannot yourself make that finding.
No, I'm not making that finding. I'm saying I'll ask the tribunal to make a finding. That's what I said. I'll ask the tribunal to make a finding. I rephrased. I'm sorry, Chairman. I'll make submissions on why you should make that finding. That is the role. That's your jurisdiction, your power. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.